Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Snow needs a beer. Friendly neighborhood light skin is here. And in today's video, we are reacting to the Akaash situation. Just got worse than we can ever imagine. Which, if you've been keeping up with the story already, I don't know how it could get worse. I thought it was already pretty bad. You know? But apparently it's worse. I really do hope Akaash, drinks the water, comes to light, realizes that, this isn't the, this is not a good situation, and he's in a tough predicament because even if he leaves her, he's still gonna be out of so much bread. But it's like, bro, you almost gotta hit her with the Anthony Edwards method, bro. Just go ahead, pay her now, and just go ahead and just get it done with, bro. But with that being said, man, let's go ahead and see what that boy Flacco is talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Has been devastated after finding out that his pure virgin bride actually got flipped by the entire white boy frat house in college.
That's gotta be one that hurts the soul, bro. You know what I'm saying? Imagine walking in a function with your woman who in your mind is a virgin. You see a group of Caucasian individuals sitting in the corner and they're laughing and snickering. You're wondering, like, what they got going on, Whole time, you know what I'm saying? They didn't want Thomas the Tutu training your girl. And she ate their butt. Oh! Hey, it ain't me and it ain't you.
Ashley got her booty finger banged by a one-night stand from Tinder. She's actually daydreaming of his best friend, 10-inch girthy love muscle.
All right.
With him.
All right. We get it.
Ever since finding out this information, bruh, Akaash hasn't been able to eat nor drink anything. And he's also been crashing out. He's been isolating his fan base. His fans are literally on Reddit calling for everybody to unsubscribe from their Patreon because of how Akaash has been responding to this entire drama. One of the biggest reasons why fans are upset at Akaash is apparently they're censoring and deleting posts out of the Reddit. The Reddit before this Akaash incident was a place where fans could go and talk about everything in their universe. Their only rules is don't self-promote and don't talk about anything outside this universe. So now Akaash, the comedian who has made a living podcasting and talking about other people's drama, is deleting posts because they're talking about him and his wife.
The people for the relationship, they did it with Will Smith, they did it with Adam 22, they've done it with a numerous amount, including the boys over there at Fresh and Fit. So if you're gonna judge other people's relationships and your partner's a public person, I think it's completely fair game for people to judge you in return.
Yeah, we said the same thing.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's kind of crazy because when you go to their subreddit, they've actually scrubbed all the comments.
Oh yeah, they removed them.
That's why it took me long to get ready for this today.
Yeah,
because all the stuff I linked,
100%.
They deleted everything.
100%.
And I think it's funny that the people
they deleted everything, or she deleted everything. Because realistically, bro, it doesn't seem like he's able to stand his ground firm with her, bro. And so more than likely, she told him, yo, I'm not asking, I'm telling you, get these taken down. And he was just like, okay, bro.
Who spend all this time cracking jokes about people and shitting on them and not apologizing for anything are actually censoring their own subreddit for jokes that they're making now at Akaash's expense.
Yeah.
So the comic can deliver the jokes, never apologize, but when it's his turn, all of a sudden the jokes have to stop.
Because the thing that happened is that you asked me to go get some information about that, and while, oh yeah, sure, I could do it. And when I went, I'm like, this is not the same subreddit. That is not the same subreddit. It's funny because we do have a subreddit again, and it's gonna fire back on us if ever we delete a bunch of subreddits. But yeah, the people on that subreddit were clowning us.
Like, you already got the world against you. Why would you also want your fan base against you? Like, I understand it's probably annoying to scroll down your feed and see people literally like clowning your wife, But a lot of the posts I see is literally just them reposting what she has posted herself. So if you have a problem with them reposting what she has posted herself, then why don't you have a problem with what she has posted? Because Akaash,
The thing is, I feel like he probably does though. That's the thing. He probably does, but he don't want to address her. A way to think about this is like, imagine you're at the lunch table, right, in school, and you know what I'm saying, somebody is roasting somebody else, right, and everybody laughing, right, but then the person getting roasted sees you specifically laugh, and they say, "Oh, I know you're not talking," and they proceed to get on your case, you know. You know what I'm saying? They proceed to get on you. Whole time, their frustration is really with the other person, but since they don't want to take it on head on with them, take their aggression out on you type.
apparently doesn't have a problem with it, like, at all. Like, Akaash did some stand-up where he responded to this. Like, we have the leaked audio of him responding back to exactly what's been happening with him and his wife. And it looks like he don't quite understand why people are upset. Like, yeah, some people is calling her a gold digger, and some people is saying she's only likes you for money. That's because of her actions. But the main problem here isn't that you married a woman who may or may not only be with you for money, which Akaash seems to hyper-focus on, instead of talking about the real problem, which is, why is your wife online talking about...
Yeah, why does she feel comfortable saying all of this, bro? It's like you gotta carry yourself with some type of respect, bro. I guarantee you, in his mind, he felt like looks-wise he could do no better than her. So it's like, okay, or maybe honestly, bro, he might just be one of them people who just like getting walked over by women. You know the meme of some people be like, if you see me in blah 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 situation, leave me alone. I'm right where I want to be. Maybe that's him. Maybe he's right where he wants to be. We need to just all just get about his business,
Being heavily promiscuous, talking about she wants to have an orgy with your best friend, with you not included. Like, why is your wife doing these things to embarrass you? Her being a gold digger should be the least of your worries.
Talking about, again, I don't think these narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm going to tell one story that I have never even told her. Honestly, she has no idea this story. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog money.
Dishonesty and lies is the second phase of a crash out, and that's what Akaash is currently doing. And it's a shame because Akaash, for the most part, has been a generally honest person. Like, I never watched a podcast or heard Akaash give an opinion and thought, man, I don't believe him. He's not being truthful. But this is just dishonest. This is manipulative. This is Akaash making up a struggle story so people won't think his wife is who we think she is. Because Akaash will say that when he met his wife, he was dirt poor. He was dirt broke. But that's his new reality. Because when Akaash talked about himself in 2014, Akaash would talk about a man who had an abundance, a man who was doing really well, a man who was making a lot of money for that era. So this new struggle story is confused. They met in 2014. In 2014, Akaash was making $60,000 a year.
I was like, that's God's way of telling me this is my wife.
That's beautiful. Did you know that it was your wife when you first met her?
She honestly was she was so hot to me that I was like, this girl's gonna ruin my life.
Oh my, what did I say? I literally said the tongue is so powerful. Be careful of what you say, bro, because it will happen. And you literally just heard this man say.
Oh, that it was your wife when you first met her?
She honestly was she was so hot to me that I was like, this girl's gonna ruin my life. There's no way.
And look, she's literally ruining his life. So you guys are saying be careful of what you say, bro, because what you say will happen, good or bad. What did I just do?
This is like a good girl. This is just impossible.
And
then
you
she
were
turned
not
out
in
to
an
be
awesome place right when you first met her. Weren't you still in the ecosystem of the...
No, I was doing not great, but better. I was on the guy code and all that. So to me, life was the grand.
Oh, no,
I was
good.
making like 60K or whatever, doing shows, and I was living with Case Rosso, our homie, and we would just be out, hanging out all the time. I had more than enough to live for what I needed. I was like a super independent, free time.
I
went broke in 2018.
I understand what he's trying to do, and you kind of have to applaud it because it's his wife. But by no means was this a woman who met you and took a risk on you. This was a chick who met you, and that hypergamy was kicking in, and she thought she hit the jackpot. In what world do you convince yourself that your woman is a ride or die because she met you when she was a broke college student at the age of 20?
Bro, it's because she bad to him, bro. That's what it is, bro. He probably has never... You know how girls be like, oh, I could tell you've never had a bad B before? He's clearly never had a bad B before. So he gets his hands on one, and he's like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. You know, and it just ignores all the other red flags, bro. And it's unfortunate that he had to go through this to realize this, but hey.
22 years old. When you were on MTV, when you had a successful podcast that her sister and her sister's friend were fans of, and you were making $60,000. So she dated a famous comedian making $60,000 in 2014 as a broke college student, and she took a chance on you? Akaash feeling the need to lie about being dead broke in 2014 to make his wife look better about dating him, to me, tells me everything I need to know, and that Akaash is actually really ashamed of this woman. He truly believes in his heart that what she has done is embarrassing, and he needs to lie a little bit to make her look good. Because if she did nothing wrong, if she was perfect, if you have no problem with what she did, you wouldn't feel the need to lie. Because even if you didn't have clout, 60,000 is enough to make any girl choose up in 2014. And if you didn't have the money, you being famous on MTV was enough to make a broke college student at 22 years old choose up. Yo, a girl in college at 22 is more concerned with your status and fame than she is with your financial security. That's just a fact. But Akaash had money up until 2018, he says. So he met her, and he was really good. He was spoiling her from 2014 to 2018 was when he went broke. And I believe he was broke for about a year because Flagrant took off during the pandemic, 2019 to 2020. So he met her, spoiled her for 4 years, went broke for a year, got back in 2019, 2020. And he says this is a love struggle story that she stayed down with him. Excuse me? I don't have much faith in a lot of women, but even the raggediest, even the worst Jezebel you could think of, I don't think she's evil enough to leave a man after 6 months to a year of him struggling after he done spoiled her for 4 years straight. If a man spoil you for 4 years straight, I think even a worse Jezebel is going to give you 6 months. And then you add in, you was a famous...
No, the worst? I could see her, depending on how bad she is, the city you live in, etc., etc. But she could be gone. She could be gone, God. She could be... You tell her you broke that morning, by the afternoon, she gone. You know what I'm saying?
Person at the time, you had a lot of clout. I think you had almost 1 million followers on Instagram in 2020. So from that perspective, you had the clout to where it bought you an extra 6 months of cushion. She ain't take no risk on you, bro. Bro, you was gonna get it back regardless. But Akaash will paint the story as if this is a woman he met sleeping on the floor at the train station, and she loved him regardless, took him from out the gutter and the dirt, clothed him and housed him, nursed him, paid for him to go to school, paid for his acting classes, and he finally made it big, so now he have to repay her with everything he ever earned.
If she was a gold digger, then I didn't even have 10 to give the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat broke. 34 years old, I probably made $4,000 that entire year.
Jesus.
And we couldn't...
4K? Bro, the person that the freaking delivery driver at Pizza Hut makes more than 4K a day. Bro, how do you... Bro, what's the math on that? What's the breakdown of that? 4K a year, bro? Bro, that's $300 a month. It's $30 a day. Jesus.
even afford the living room we lived in New York City.
Cut it out, man. Cut it. Cut the foolery, bruh. First off, we just revealed that he was actually making $60,000 a year in 2014 and had clout and had a popular podcast when he said he was making $25 a show. Okay, cool, right? So $60K, $25 a show, I guess. Now he said he made $4,000 the entire year, okay? He made about what, $40 a month? Come on, bro. If anybody is buying the Akaash Singh in 2018 made $4,000 total a year.
Yeah, bro. Like how did like for the entire year? That's pretty drastic, bro. What? How? That's like I said. That's literally that's $30 a day, bro. Even if you worked an 8-hour shift, bro, like. Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
You're out of your mind, bro. Nobody's buying that, bro. And based on the metrics, when he said he was making $25 a show, when he was actually making $60K a year, that $4,000 a year may have very well be $140,000 a year, right? Because that meant nothing to him. So, bro, come on, bro. Yo, even the brokest of the broke. Yo, I know somebody who sit on their couch all day and get unemployment checks. And even they make $15,000 to $20,000 a year. You wasn't making no $4 man, cut it out, bro.
We had to move out of that apartment and move to New Jersey. And what's even sadder than moving to New Jersey is I had to save up money to move to New Jersey. So we had to stay on her friend's couch for almost a month. We were basically homeless for a month. So I could save money to move to New Jersey. And I remember the night before we went to the couch, we had to stay in our apartment illegally. We were supposed to have been out by like 12 p.m. We moved everything out, but we didn't have a place to stay, so we had to stay there that night. It was just me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian.
Personally, bro, I don't know. Like with her, I mean, unless she was physically attracted to him, but the way she treats you, bro, man, I couldn't imagine being a doctor coming home from a long day of open heart surgery. You know what I'm saying? The patient I was working on, he didn't make it, so I'm already feeling down about that. And then I check my bank account. I see that my wife just spent $4K on nothing. I come home, the dishes aren't done. Food ain't made. No. If I'm a doctor, I'm not going for that, bro.
You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't.
Exactly. The fact that it literally proves my point of he's never had a bad. He literally just said good looking girl. He didn't say good personality. Good. No, he just said she looked good. That's it. That's all she got going for her. She looks good to him. See what I'm saying? But anybody who's really, you know what I'm saying, been around realizes looks are cool, but that's not enough, bro. Like, you still gotta get along, bro. You still gotta help me. You still gotta, you know. But like I said, when you used to not getting the you know what I'm saying, the chicas, you know, you start doing stuff like this, man.
What my life is gonna be. I'm 34. I'm broke. This dream might not ever happen, but I'm too moronic to quit. And I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October. We have nothing. So I hand her the jacket. And then she said, what's this for? I said, you can use it as a pillow. And then she goes, well, what are you going to use? And I said, I'll figure it out. She handed me back the jacket. She goes, you take this. And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night. And I remember thinking, aww, in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broke and I'm in such a bad place and it's a dark fucking time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again. And I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever again.
Half that story is a sob story to me, bro. I'm not buying it. But let's just go to a world where, okay, everything he's saying is true. Everything he's saying is 100% true. The gold digging aspect of this is probably the least to worry about, right? Like, the gold digging aspect of this is, like, I would hope, I would hope right, that a woman would marry you because they love you, okay? I'm not dying on this gold digger hill, bro. If you are adamant she's not a gold digger, all right, bro, she's not a gold digger, okay? Okay. But that don't explain away the other stuff, bro. Like, that don't explain away how this woman is publicly talking about she wants to have an orgy with your homie while you're right there. Like, you're
Diabolical.
literally there. You're literally in front of her as she's telling you to your face she wants to slurp on your homie schlong because she finds him sexy.
But have you had a scam before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you just call me a scammer?
Yeah, you are a scammer.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I know.
There's a difference being a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer
I'm
who
not
hustles.
gonna lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy. And I made the dumb mistake of letting him sleep over, like not really wanting to hook up, and I like woke up in the morning and like my asshole was a little sore.
Oh my God.
He even heard other stories of her talking about how a guy was piping her out while she was at the end of her cycle and it made her bleed more. That woman, with countless of hoe stories, won't even kiss you publicly. She won't even kiss you at your own wedding. And it's our fault for asking, does this woman really like you, Akaash? She wouldn't even kiss you at your wedding, dog.
Look good, Mr. Armstrong. Arms.
I wish that on my worst enemy.
This ain't the wedding. We're gonna do a full reaction to the wedding kissing, bro. Cause that's the one that really blew me. These are just highlights, okay? She's still dodging this man kiss.
On Saturday when I saw her, I said, Daria, do you know? And she said, I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
She's a good liar.
Then she's a good liar.
That's a friend.
Then she's a good liar.
That's a friend.
No, I don't want those gifts.
I know. Why not?
I don't care about, I like tangible goods.
Nah.
She's literally headbutting him so he could stop. Like, headbutting him. This ring is the only thing she's happy about in this wedding, man. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, on his wedding day? On his wedding? Still ain't give him a kiss on the lips. Come on, man. Watch this right here, man. Watch how happy he is, man. Oh, bro is, listen, man, he happy. She's not matching his enthusiasm, bro. This man, watch this. Watch this. He, not on, wouldn't even kiss him on the wedding. Oh! Now, that's a woman that we're supposed to expect really likes you for you.
Oh, God. Oh, bro. Your woman won't kiss you on your wedding day, but she's a ride or die. You don't even believe that, man.
Like, come on, bro. And even if we...
Like, who are you trying to sit here and convince? Are you trying to sit here and convince us, or are you trying to convince yourself? Because if you're trying to convince yourself, you're doing a great job. But if you're trying to convince us...
don't want to read into the kissing thing too much. Maybe she has a reason for that. I don't know. That's just nasty. But how about let's listen to her own words? This woman came on a podcast and told you the worst day in the year for her is your birthday.
The worst day of the year for me is
Oh, I know this. Go.
tax day.
No.
It's Akaash's birthday.
And I feel it because she's being nice to me all day. And by like 10 p.m., I can feel her getting just like, I'm so ready for this to be over.
Why?
It's like I turned back into a pumpkin at 12:01, May 5th, and she's so relieved that she gets to be mean again.
Okay, May the 4th is Akaash's birthday. And
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice the whole day, and I have to get him something.
Listen to what she said. I have to be nice.
And I have
to get him
to also be nice and do like acts
said
of
that twice.
kindness.
I have to. I have to. Listen to the words. She said, I have to. Not, I don't get to. Not, I don't want to. I have to. I could never be with a woman who feels like she has to do anything. I need you to, I want to do this. You know, this is your birthday. My birthday's in today's 29th. My birthday's in 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. My birthday's in 4 days. I don't have a girl. I'm single, you know. I don't you know. But there's no, I would refuse to be with a girl that will, especially to publicly admit this too. That no, bro, I could never.
The worst day in the year for her. Now, I must repeat it because y'all just heard it from her mouth herself, but maybe it didn't register to you. The worst day in the year for her is his birthday, when she has to get him a gift and do acts of kindness and services for him. And then you blaming us and deleting comments that's calling her out because you think that we are misreading and being too, excuse me, bruh. Even with this situation, like Akaash has been really, he's been really affected by this. Like, Akaash has been quote unquote sick, but it's not sickness, bro. The man's depressed. And with him being depressed, her handling of this situation is even worse, okay? She came back and dropped the podcast. And on that podcast, she says Akaash has been sick all week. And she's been annoyed with Akaash because he's been sick. And she's getting sick and tired of taking care of him. And she just wants it to be over. And whenever he's sick and she has to step up, she does it begrudgingly.
But like, I hope this doesn't like f up my whole life, because it's a lot. Having a puppy is a lot, and I'm a very committed dog mom. And
Except when Akaash comes home from a very rough weekend, did like 3-4 shows, and she goes, "Can you walk happy?" Because I'm tired.
Honestly, yes, retweet. But also, Akaash hasn't been doing shit for Happy this week because he's been sick.
Oh
so
wait, also
whatever.
Men being sick, horrible.
I hate men being sick. It's the worst genre of man. They're so, Neho, like, I swear to God, the way this guy has been sleeping in his cocoon, like he's been hibernating, it's like you think he came down with like TB or something. Like, girls, like, this is a true story. Before I had my gallbladder emergency surgery, I was in so much pain, but I had an interview to do for journalism school for a project, and I was like, well, I should just get the interview done. I did the interview, then went to the emergency room. That's how tough girls are.
Guys feel like sissies truly when they're sick. Like, it's a little cold. It's like, oh, can you please get me a blanket and soup? And of course I do that. I love my mans.
I do it, but I'm like, here.
Man up.
Man up.
This is not even my relationship, and I'm mad. You know how crazy that's gotta be? It's not even my relationship, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, get your together. We gotta go to Mew Mew on Sunday.
Yeah, we have plans,
Sundays
baby.
are for Mew Mew. For the House of Mew Mew, the House of Cods.
The House of Cods.
The man is sick, and she's upset at him for being sick because she got to walk her own dog, and she got to tend and care for him. And she feels like when you're sick, we might miss shopping day. Sunday's a shopping day. So you could be sick, but not sick enough to where you don't want to leave the house to take me to move. Oh, man, this is not, come on, man. Come on, bruh. Come on. Now, she ultimately, like, if you guys don't know, she did do, like, a full clap back, okay? I might, yeah. I'm gonna do a full breakdown of her clapback. Okay, I'm gonna do a full breakdown in another video. Okay, this video.
Yeah, man. Enough with this video, man. Yeah, man. Y'all pray for Akaash, man, cause this is brutal, bro. Bro, I'm just hot, bro, and that's not even my relationship, bro. Oh, man, we gonna go wrap up this video, man. I'll catch y'all boys later, man.